Good evening from my part of the world. 14 days to 14th September. It's another 8 p.m. Let's have a conversation. Learn to accept that it's not everyone that will like you. It is not everyone that will like you. It frees you from the validation of others. It frees you from the validation of others because the truth is simple. It is not everyone that would be on your life journey till the end. One of the greatest lessons we can learn in this life is that it's not everyone that will like us. And that is perfectly okay. If we don't get this truth, we'll just be frustrated for no reason. Human beings are diverse in values, backgrounds, preferences, and even personalities. To expect universal approval is to set yourself up for disappointment and unnecessary frustration. The truth is, no matter how kind, how generous, or talented you are, there would always be someone who misunderstands you, criticizes you unconstructively, and simply chooses not to connect with you. It is normal. It should be normal to us by now. Because the danger lies in chasing after universal validation. When we live to be liked by everyone, we lose ourselves in the process. We compromise our values, silence our voice, and we mold ourselves into what others want instead of living authentically. So the psychologists will say, wherever you go, you are the host, but you have different alters. Udu how you say, you can't even be yourself. You can't be yourself. You can never live as a free person, a full agentic adult, with a host and many alters built around you. To please everybody. When we live to be liked by everyone, we lose ourselves in the process. We compromise our values, silence our voice, and mold ourselves into what others want. They are pekura na body so na wodi achiri. They anka obeka say no, and yet because of everybody's approval and validation, say now say yes, now wodi achiri, wasting time and wasting life. You can't even differentiate between what is good for you, for the moment, and for the future. So everything that comes your way, you just accept it. This kind of living is exhausting and unsustainable. It is very exhausting and unsustainable because the standard for approval is constantly shifting from one person to the another. The only say we are be any beji, would be baby for now, yeah, no be boy fool. Then do what you know is right for you at that moment. Because you can't please everybody. Accepting that everyone will not like you is not an act of arrogance. It is an act of freedom. It liberates you from the endless circle of seeking validation from others and allows you to focus on living in alignment with your true self. Afei wonnante nhwɛ w'abeti wan ne gyina ho because wogyina ho nti ɛsɛ meyɛ m'anim sei ɛsɛ meyɛ me kɔn sei ɛsɛ me ti yɛ sei and then you turn around and there's another person watching and because of ɔno nti ɛsɛ mekyia me ti sei ɛsɛ menante sei. How can you live and be productive and fruitful in this life? You can never be yourself. The people genuinely appreciate you will remain, not because you are perfect, but because they value who you are at your core. Wonhwɛ sɛ wiase nyɛ obiara na ɔwɔ w'afa. But ɔmo ɛpɛ w'asɛm no nso ebi pɛ w'asɛm paa. Why don't we focus on those people instead of trying to please everybody, fitting everywhere, waiting for everybody's validation? Those who choose not to accept you, free up space for the right people to find you. When you no longer need validation from everyone, you begin to live with clarity and peace. You don't live a life to impress anybody. Because Rebecca said, "Oh yeah, you don't live to be somebody you are not." You don't impress anybody. You don't want to please anybody. You are just yourself. Your decisions become rooted in purpose, not popularity. Ɛnyɛ de obiara bɛhwɛ aka sɛ o ɛyɛ fine o ɛyɛ o na ɛnyɛ mma wo krakra na wodi akyi bi. No, you don't live on that address. You don't live on that address. Your confidence also grows because you no longer depend on applause to measure your worth. You do what you have to do. You do what you must do, not because you be born in Zemamau, but you know it is right for you to do. Wonya adeɛ because woyɛ no obi aka sɛ wayɛ adeɛ o, obi abɔ ne nsɛm ama wo, obi akamfo wo. Whether somebody is watching or there's nobody watching, you do what you know is right and you are done. Not because somebody else is there. So you have to do what they think, what you think will please them, what will impress them. Most importantly, you begin to cultivate a deeper acceptance of yourself. It makes you appreciate who you are. It makes you accept who you are, which is the foundation of your freedom. So if you're not living to impress people, you accept who you are. Wonim sɛ wobɛyɛ a wobɛyɛ not because obi bɛka sɛ woayɛ adeɛ. Wonim sɛ wopɛ sɛ woyɛ ne yie a wobɛyɛ ne yie. Wonhwɛ sɛ obi bɛka sɛ woayɛ ne yie anaa no. In the end, it is better to be disliked for who you truly are than to be loved for a version of yourself that is not real. Now, because you want to impress everybody. Life is not supposed to be that complicated. Be yourself. Learn to accept that everyone will not like you. It doesn't matter how good you become. Wobetumi anante de wotie si fam na nkyerɛ soro enso ebi mani. Wobetumi atwa wotie ato plate mu de ama nipa bi enso mani. So, no. Everyone will not like you. It is not rejection, it is redirection. The right people will see your light. It doesn't matter the darkness around you. That small light of yours will shine so brightly for the right people to see. So why are you struggling, trying to fit in and impress everybody and to please everybody and getting frustrated in this life? The right people will see your light. And when we embrace this truth, we, we unlock a life that is lighter, freer, and deeply authentic. Afei wo nka sɛ obi ɛyɛ nti wo so wopɛ sɛ woyɛ bi by force. You live yourself. You don't live to impress everybody. You are not in competition with anybody. You live as free as you are. Your small light will shine. It doesn't matter the darkness around you. And when you live in this truth, you unlock a life that is lighter. We are saying the true drum and for life is not supposed to be that complicated. But it's because you're just everybody is not supposed to like you. Your life can't be free because you are just looking around. Who is there? Who is watching? Who will accept? No. No. Be yourself. Live your truest life. You will see how lighter life will be. You are not in competition with anybody. You are not comparing your journey with anyone's. Thank you, Kweku. Thank you for being on. Life is not supposed to be complicated. Not to be any penny competing with who exactly? The nipa ho nso koraa na ɔyɛ because obi bɛhwɛ aka sɛ you fit in there. No, you are not supposed to fit anywhere. You are supposed to live your life, your journey. No, na pressure nko ara ɛnam wiase obi ansoma a ɔyɛ. Don't put that unnecessary pressure on you. Life is supposed to be free and lighter and deeply authentic. It's ma ɔmo edi mmirika ɛkɔ atɔ pressure ɔmo a ɔmo wɔ wiase, let them go. Take your time and live your life. Obiara bɛkɔ akɔdu hɔ. It is obi di mmirika na ɛbɛkɔ na wotɔ obu ase na nso kɔdu hɔ a, why na suffer? Why na enjoy? Why this pressure? From the time we were children, most of us are taught to seek approval. A smile from a parent, a good grade from a teacher, applause from an audience. These moments of affirmation feel good and can motivate us. But as we grow, once I was a child, I spoke like a child, I behaved like a child, I reasoned like a child. But today that we are old, should we still live like that? Many of us become trapped as we grow up in the endless pursuit of being liked by everyone. We adjust our personalities and can just I would say, kasa. But baby, I could be a kasanti by force and so bon come jen jine and for so be umbrella. Because so come on it to my bekasa nipa. And because of that, you just have to just open your mouth and speak rubbish. Bibi anka umpesa obesir by force. No. We adjust our personalities, dilute our opinions, even hide our true selves, hoping to fit into every circle we find ourselves in. If you're supposed to stand out at a place, why do you go in there and fit in? And some ignorant people call that emotional intelligence. Because everybody is misbehaving, you're also supposed to go there and be shouting. And because you don't want to shout, you are not emotionally intelligent. And because you're afraid that you'll be tagged as one penny pensi, nani amajenja and winya, now so the wedding now ye be. Whereby that is not your life. That doesn't bring you any happiness. It doesn't bring you any fulfillment. Who said you're supposed to dilute your opinions and change your personality so you can fit in there? Hide your own true self so you can follow a whole crowd and be accepted. The painful truth is the universal acceptance is impossible. Wherever you are, even your own family, it's not everybody that will like you, let alone the world. Let alone the world. How do you expect people to like you, everybody to like you where you go? You lose yourself. No matter who you are and what you do, someone will always disapprove. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, some people will still always disapprove. Think of the most beloved leaders, humanitarian leaders, artists you have ever known. Even they had critics, enemies, and people disliked them. Instead, then we're expecting the whole world to accept us. And everywhere you go, you expect people to just like you by force. Do you like everybody? Wankasa, do you like everybody? Does that make you a bad person? No. Wumpa, wumpe, and you're by force. And if you don't like everybody and you can't just be with everybody, how do you expect everybody to accept you by force at all cost because you think you're a good person? You'll be a frustrated person, my dear. Was Jesus Christ loved and liked by everyone? If the most celebrated figures in history could not escape disapproval, why should you and I expect? Why should we expect? Why should we expect everybody to like us, to love us, and to even show it? That when you do something and people disapprove, then we are hope because you expect everybody to like you. No. The fact that people disapprove, the fact that people criticize doesn't mean you are doing the wrong thing. If it's constructive criticism, you take the ideas, add it to yours, and become better. And you move on. The fact that people criticize you doesn't even mean they hate you. It is our mindset that is killing us. Because you said A and they say it could be A plus means they don't support you and you are rather being frustrated. The real issue is not whether people like us or not. It is how much power we give to their opinions over our lives. How much power we give to people's opinions about us, whereby they don't have the full story of our lives. They don't know who are wanting bits and pieces, not see and know who you know, not journey together and when your story. And they are sharing and your soul is bleeding. Did they know you? Did they know your experience? Did they know what you've been through? Let them be. Let them speak out of their ignorance and live your life. Living for the validation of others is like trying to chase the wind. Can you chase the wind? That is exhausting. It is fruitless and endless. One moment you may gain someone's approval. The next moment, that approval could vanish because of a new perspective, because of a misunderstanding, or simply because people's preferences change. Minu is that one life is supposed to be. When we grow up, our beliefs, our paradigms change. The way I near Tenyama as a son. So there are lots of things we used to like. Today we don't like them anymore. It doesn't mean we are bad people. So why is it that when people do the same thing to us, we think they are bad people? It is because they hate us. They are our enemies. When you accept that not everyone will like you, something powerful happens. You reclaim your freedom. Now, I want to try Betty and share who is watching and what they will say. Whatever they will say is their business, not yours. You don't live to impress anybody. You live because you want to live. You reclaim your freedom. When you and I accept that it's not everybody that will like us, something powerful happens. We are able to reclaim our freedom. You begin to live with authenticity. You're authentic. You live with authenticity instead of performance, instead of doing things for people to see. Now you live your own life, cool and collected. You don't care people's opinion. They can say whatever they want to say. You are living your truest self. You're not living to impress them. So you don't live a life that is not yours. You are not performing for people to clap for you anymore. You are living who you are. You stop twisting yourself into versions that others demand. We see a say no way, now we used to say no way. Then the Becca, what will be left of you? You stop twisting yourself into versions that others demand. And instead, you stand firmly in who you truly are. Have you realized that when people rise up and say, oh, now we are supposed to do this, now we are supposed to do this, look at those people who said when women do makeup, we won't go to heaven. Today they are slaving for Christ. So if you bought into their perspective, aren't you left hanging? What life do you want to live? So that we don't run. There's a savior here, then we are running. Then tomorrow we say, oh, now no more, he's no more the savior. Now he's the demon. There's another savior here, then we are running. Can't we have our own lives? Can't we have our own perspective? Can't we have our own brain? Can't we pick, even if we pick bits and pieces from other people, can't we sit down and get what is ours? So we stop twisting ourselves into versions that other people demand and instead stand firmly in who we truly are. Ebi mu ka yɛ bebree, ɔmo asɔdan nya vision, ɔmo asua Bible ehu sɛ woyɛ makeup a wobɛkɔ hell. Today they are slaving for Christ. So if you are the makeup person and you you put your life on hold because they have encountered God, ɔmo asɔdan nya vision from God that the makeup will take us to heaven, to take us to hell. Today when their perspective change, what happened to you? What happens to you? There's a savior here that we are running, following. There's a savior here that we are running, following. Today they are slaving for Christ. They will see you and judge you, and your soul is bleeding out of their ignorance, and your soul is playing. Today they do the top notch makeups, the ones you can't even pay for. They do them. So why would we expect that everybody is supposed to like us when even Christ Jesus wasn't liked and loved by everyone? Today they do makeup they term as classy. They are slaving for Christ. And you were judged and condemned and depressed because you put on makeup. So once you understand that everybody is not supposed to accept you, everybody is not supposed to like you, you stop twisting yourself into versions that other people demand. And instead, you stand firmly in who you truly are. You take off the mask and you be yourself. That doesn't mean you stop growing or caring for others. It doesn't mean don't take advice from people, but everything you hear, you filter it. Is this for me at this point in my life? Hooray. If not, maybe better one that actually may use to. But for now, no. That is the power of making informed choices. It simply means your growth is guided by purpose, not by pleasing. Not by pleasing. This acceptance also teaches resilience. It makes you resilient. Criticism no longer destroys you. We are no big Adrian. Whom funny says because the person hates you. No. You only listen to their perspective. If you can add that to yours, it makes you better, even better. If you think that is not what you need on your journey, you just thank them and move on. We swear say to me, say I who we are say. No. Criticisms no longer destroy you because you recognize it as a natural part of life. You don't see people as enemy just because they don't support who you are, just because they don't approve what you are. They are not your enemies. Rejection doesn't crush you because you understand it. You understand it is often redirection, pointing you towards spaces and people where your presence is valued. The fact that people don't accept what you do doesn't mean what you're doing is wrong. It means that those people are not for you. Full stop. Why do we feel everybody is for us and everybody will support us and what we do will be appreciated by everybody? No, no. It means hold on, my dear. Preserve what you are doing. The right people are coming. Don't give up on what you are doing. Do it and do it so much well that when the right people find you, they'll find you in a good shape. While you're here, Zarama, now, you are better for those who can appreciate what you offer. We so esema yere who we are. When you are rejected, understand that it is often redirection, pointing you towards spaces and people where your presence is valued. Why are we depressed? Because people obi shada yi nanim so mpewasem and will cry aho. Why? Mpewasem. That is it. Aren't you happy that people even let you know what is in their hearts? So, only omusane I'll be musana obrafa. Most importantly, you begin to see your worth as intrinsic, not tied to applause, approval, or popularity. And no matter what you do, say person will be, wonye many pa share, wonye many pa kasa why ade, but a bibi a person will ye. It is obi a mon in sema ma ukra obey ye. Sa pempen so na you do say nipa, then we say we are loving. Then we say you are living your life. You are living your truest self. Not the awoye a wohwɛ sɛ obi nhwɛ wa. Obi nhwɛ wa na wayɛ ne yie. Obi nhwɛ wa na no. No. You begin to see your worth as intrinsic, not tied to anybody's applause, anyone's approval or popularity, but rooted in your character, values, and uniqueness. To live free of the need for validation is to live with peace. The kind of peace that it brings to you, you have no idea. It is to wake up each day knowing that you cannot control how others see you, but you can control how true you are to yourself. You cannot control how people feel about you, how they see you. That is internal to them. It doesn't matter the good deeds that you show forth in this life. People would still not approve. They will still not applaud. They will still not celebrate. They will still not support. It is normal. It makes you live free of the need for their validation, and it brings you so much peace. It is to wake up each day knowing that you cannot control how others see you, but you can control how true you are to yourself. It is choosing to value depth over popularity. So we are being here because and yes, I yes will be measured, but we here because we person be here. It is choosing substance over performance and authenticity over pretense. Can you imagine the number of people living pretentious lives today because they want the world to applaud? Because they are doing something they don't like and love themselves, things that are against their values, but because people will say you are doing well, so they are doing it. You can't do it forever. A time will come your soul will bleed. Because as humans, we are not created to fake life forever. A time will come you give yourself. Is this is there the need for us to live pretentious lives? To be people we are not, because we'll be accepted, because we'll be celebrated, because of applause. In the end, it is far better to be loved genuinely by a few than to be superficially liked by many. Obiara bɛbɔ agye wo so, yet that is not who you are. Is that the life you want? Than for us to live a life that will bring us fulfillment, a life that will bring us joy, satisfaction, because that is the truest life we want to live. It is better to walk confidently in your own truth than to lose yourself in the shallow comfort of universal approval. To live in your own small corner and live a good life, a life that aligning with your own values, is that not better? To do something everybody will say you are doing well and you know it is just fake. That is not who you are. To wait for everybody's validation, what can you do? If we give people the power to validate what we do, then we also give them the power to quench that ambition. Everyone will not like you. I've accepted this truth a long time ago. So now I look at people and I just pass. And because of that, I don't care the angle at which you are coming from. I am always myself because I don't expect you to like me. Those who are for you, regardless of where you are, they'll find you, they respect you, they will value your presence. If they are not for you, they are not for you. Obetumi atwa wo ti ato plate mama nipa, they will still not respect you, they will still not accept you. So why do you go to that mile in the first place? Those who are meant for you will. Their love will be real, deep, and lasting. You don't need everybody's validation. So live free, live authentic, and let go of the need for constant validation. That is where true liberation begins. When we talk of freedom, to be a free person, a full adult, I'll be to me dream as a full agentic adult, it means you don't need everybody's validation. It means you don't care whether people like you or dislike you, as long as you are living what is true to you. It is better to be disliked for who you truly are. This is something that is so hard that we can't even discuss it with our own children. It is better to be disliked for who you truly are than just to fit in. One of the hardest truths in life, difficult to accept by a greater percentage of people, is that not everyone will like you. It is not everyone who will like you. Imagine sitting down and living your life to impress people, waiting for their validation. So right now in my life, I want a low cut, and I go out tomorrow and somebody says, perm will look good on you, so go and perm your hair. Then the next day, another person meets me and say, go and do cornrow because it will look good on you. And then I go and do cornrow. And then mitina nkasa so omo there. Mitina is season when it begins to ache. Who will bear that pain? And sometimes we don't sit down and imagine the experiences we are going through in these candid images. When you are waiting for everybody's validation, that is exactly what you are doing. So today you are like this. Tomorrow someone comes and say it will be better for you to be doing this. Then you go and do that. Last year when I celebrated my 50th birthday, I said I wanted to be serious with social media. And people were expecting me to even come and dance because doing that, I'll get huge following. Is that who I am? When there are social issues, somebody with a background of psychology, sociology, and human development, at least have something to share. Then I'll come on social media and be dancing for followership. People are dancing. I'm not downplaying their talent, but that is not me. That is not me. That is not me. So because people have huge following for doing what I don't like, I'm supposed to also come and do that for their approval and validation, and I lose who I am in the process, what would that bring to my soul? What would that bring to my soul? No matter how kind, talented, or genuine you are, there would always be people who misunderstand you, people who disagree with you, or simply fail to connect with you. And family a wobɛyɛ ɔmpɛ w'asɛm da. So why are you troubled? For many, this reality feels like rejection. You want to look at it differently. It is not rejection, it is redirection. Sɛ woma me hu sɛ wompɛ m'asɛm a, ɛm sɛ m'ani gye wo nkora asɛm deɛ a, ɔbɛpretende sɛ ɔpɛ m'asɛm so ɔmpɛ m'asɛm. You see it as a redirection. This is not for me. Next, you move. You see, this person will never support me, so I'm not living to impress them. To spend your entire life trying to be loved by everyone is to live in a prison of performance. Can you imagine how funny it would be? Example is just even coming to my mind. What dress and perfume fee? I was showing him a shame now wife. No do abontino, we a bema, will be so tired and short to the door. Then you look for the available mirror and you go and make it longer. And then the next minute you meet someone else, and all of a sudden I was short, I don't know, tie you what to do. Say, see, I am most tight in any bill. And then you look for the next available mirror and you go and make it shorter. What kind of frustration is this? In the course of that day, consider the number of people you meet. If you want to adjust it to everybody's preference, can you have time to do what you want to do in that day? You see, it sounds funny. When when we begin to picture the process of life, these images will come to bear. If we are looking for everybody's validation, we can't do anything with our lives. We'll just waste time. Now your boss what's would you find what you should now go? No be a catcher, would you dear short to the door at your age and can wig be fatal, whereby you don't want it to wear any wig. You don't want to wear any wig. You want a low cut haircut. No be a show so what are you tinting dodo? Now I could set short one. Will be to say short dodo at your age. Why are you wearing this short? Now if you walk up slit kaba, no be swabba. Baby aircon is not slit and kaba, it's casual. Why are you in slit and kaba? How frustrated life would be. Picture it. Picture it, my dear one. But that is exactly how we are living. You end up wearing mask, suppressing your voice, and shrinking your uniqueness just to fit into molds created by others. At first, the validation will feel rewarding. At first, that validation will feel rewarding. But if with time, it would be frustrating. It would be frustrating because you can't please everybody. You can't satisfy everybody. And if you want to impress these people, it would be frustrating. It would be really, really frustrating. And it wouldn't be any devil's fault. It would be our own inability to accept that everybody is not supposed to be for us. Everybody is not supposed to be for us. And I don't know why this is so difficult for us to accept that everybody is not supposed to be for us. And everybody cannot be for us. Just the same way we are not with everybody. In the same way, everybody can be for us too. So, why is this so difficult for us? And it's becoming frustrating to a lot of people. You may be loved and liked by those who genuinely love you, but it can't be everybody. You end up wearing masks, suppressing your own voice, and shrinking your uniqueness just to fit into molds created by other people. In the beginning, it will be rewarding. Hey, These people are supporting what I'm doing. It's exciting. Thank you so much for supporting me. And they are looking for the validation from the other people. And because they are not saying you are doing well, you want to tweet yourself so that they will also say you are, then you lose who you are. Over time, it becomes exhausting. You may be loved by the version of you that people admire, but that might not be your true self. It is a carefully constructed facade. Deep down, you know you are not being seen or valid for who you are. And that creates a quiet emptiness that no amount of applause can fill. Nti, enipa bebree wɔ hɔ a yɛhu wɔn abɔnten sɛ they are doing well, wɔabɔ bra, and yet there is no joy, there is no happiness, there is no fulfillment in their souls because that is not the life they knew they had to live. It is a version of what other people applauded them. And a man there, so they also built upon that. That is not truly who they are and how they want to live their lives. On the other hand, choosing to live authentically, even if it means being disliked by certain people, it brings freedom. It allows you to stand in your own truth without any apology. It makes your relationships genuine because you don't pretend. Because those who choose you choose to work with you for knowing who you truly are, not the fake aspect of you. The people who also choose to work with you are doing so out of real appreciation. They know your real self and they have decided to be with you. They've decided to support you. So you are not this today and you are that tomorrow. You are yourself. Not out of a love for the image you present. Yes, being authentic can cost you approval. Nti na ɛdu baabi a na nkurɔfoɔ post for them to leave themselves because it makes you lose a lot of people. But it ends you respect, integrity, and peace of mind. When you be a competition in this life, you are always yourself. If it's a no for you, it is a no. Thank you, sir, but this is not for me. Thank you, ma'am, but this is no for me. When people walk away because of who you are, it is not always rejection. Sometimes it is life's way of redirecting you toward those who are truly meant for you. So all you do is next, you are doing you, improving, becoming better by the day. So those who are truly meant for you would come and they will appreciate you and they value you. The ones who misunderstand, dismiss, or dislike you are simply not your people. And everybody is not supposed to be our people. Just the same way everybody else can't also be our people. We can't accept everybody and like everybody and love everybody. That is okay. Their absence creates space for the right people to enter. People can love, celebrate, and accept you without requiring you, accepting you to shrink or pretend. In the end, it is far better to be disliked for who you truly are than to be loved for who you are not. Authenticity may not win you universal approval, but it will give you something far greater: a life of truth, freedom, and genuine connection. Omo epe wasem because you are living a truthful life, ope wasem pa, not because you are pretending, not because you are putting on mask. And when we embrace this perspective, we no longer fear disapproval. Si enya santi ase we a, obi pe wasem a, woda no ase, wampɛ w'asɛm a, and how wadwen, because you understand is that and you be an so was in yes. So you be and you be an so support. And so the few who support you, the few who like you, the few who love you, it makes you appreciate them and genuinely respect them. You no longer fear. You no longer fear disapproval. Instead, you welcome it. You welcome disapproval as a filter that separates the shallow from the real. You no longer fear. You welcome disapproval. You welcome it as a filter that separates the shallow from the real, the temporary from the lasting. So learn to accept that everyone will not like you, just the same way you don't like everyone. Do not call it rejection, call it redirection because it's guiding you to spaces, the opportunities, and the people who are meant to see you, not the performance, but your true self. Your true self. Your truest self. So don't see that as rejection in this life at all. Woe unto us if everyone likes us. Yes, woe unto us if everyone likes us. There is a dangerous illusion that many people fall into. The belief that being liked by everyone is the highest measure of success or character. That is a dangerous illusion that many people have. That when you are liked by many people, when you are liked by everybody, it is a measure of success or it means you have character. On the surface, universal approval feels good. It strokes the ego, silences insecurities, and makes us feel accepted. But beneath that comfort lies a trap. Beneath, beneath that comfort lies a trap. If everyone likes you, it is not a sign of greatness. If everyone likes you, it is not a sign of greatness. It is a sign of compromise. It often means we are not truly living. We are just pretending. We are merely people pleasing. To be alive is to be authentic. And authenticity, by its very nature, will draw both admiration and criticism. So if we expect everybody to like us, and we see that validation as greatness or success, then we are lost. When you live true to yourself, some will celebrate your courage while others will resist your difference. Some will resonate with your values while others will feel threatened by them. That is the reality of life. That is the reality of life. Some will celebrate. Some will resonate with your values while others will feel threatened by them. But real living creates both connection and conflict too. Because truth has edge. Truth, it has an edge. And not everyone is comfortable with that edge. Truth has an edge. And it's not everyone that is comfortable with that edge. So when you try to please everyone, you silence your uniqueness. You say yes when you want to say no. You wear mask to blend in with the crowd. You dilute your own convictions so that no one will be offended. Over time, you become a mirror of other people's expectations instead of a reflection of your own soul. You may be liked, even admired, but what they admire is not you. Who they admire is not who you. It is the performance you have carefully constructed. The danger of people pleasing is that it slowly erases your identity. You begin to lose sight of your values, your passion, and your vision because your focus is entirely outward. Now you are not looking inward. What do they want from me? What will make them accept me? Those become your goals. And in that process, you stop living. You stop living. You only exist, but not as yourself. You become a shadow of the person you were created to be. You are only existing, you are not living. If you're expecting everybody to like you, if you're expecting everybody's validation, then you are losing yourself. So you are not living, you're only existing. You become a shadow of the person you're created to be. History has shown that those who makes a lasting difference are rarely liked by everyone. If Jesus Christ wasn't liked and loved by everyone, how on earth do you and I expect that everyone is supposed to like us? Great thinkers, leaders, and visionaries often faced rejection, resistance, and even hatred. They were criticized not because they lacked worth, but because they dared to live boldly, to challenge norms, the norms that other people are comfortable with. As for us, this is the way we do our things. When you say, I don't want to live like this anymore, do you expect everybody to celebrate you and to support you? No. People are comfortable. They don't want to grow up. That is the way they have lived all this while. How dare you come around and say, as for me, I don't want to live like that again, and you expect them to support you? No, they wouldn't. But it normally takes that lone voice to bring new perspectives to bear. When you want to stand in your truth, you'll be criticized. Not because you lack worth, but because you don't want to be a zombie following the crowd. You want your own voice, your own life, your own journey, not what is handed down to you. You will look odd. You will sound weird. Everybody has become comfortable with pretense, living lives that are not our own. Everybody has become comfortable with that. When you decide to do the opposite, to be yourself, to live your truest life, people will criticize. Not because you lack character, not because you lack worth, but because you dare to live boldly, to challenge norms, and to stand in your truth. Your courage to be disliked is what will make the impact that the world needs. Your courage to be disliked is what will make your life impactful. So woe unto you if everyone likes you. It is not a blessing, it is a warning. It likely means you have sacrificed your authenticity on the altar of approval. Anka wo de enye sei na wopɛ sɛ wobɔ obra. Nanso saa na obiara yɛ nti, me nso menkɔyɛ deɛ. Me nso menka m'ano ntom sɛ menim papa no koraa, me nso memfollow. This is the norms. You can't challenge it. How then do we say we are growing? It means you are walking through life with muted colors, hiding your voice, betraying your own soul for acceptance. True freedom comes when you stop living for applause and start living from alignment. When you embrace that not everyone will like you, you gain the courage to live fully, speak truthfully, and love genuinely. You see, the irony is, while some may dislike you, those who remain will love you for who you really are. And no matter who nipa ewo wafa, not for who you pretend to be, but who you are. So everywhere you are, that you can't be yourself, you can't speak your mind, you can't speak your truth, it means you lose yourself. You can pick people's perspectives, but at the end of the day, you are supposed to derive your own. So when people impose their perspectives on you, it will prevent you from growing and becoming your full self. In the end, the goal of life is not to be liked by all, but to be true to yourself and love genuinely. So those who love you would also love you sincerely. The goal of life is not to be liked by all, but to be true to yourself and be loved genuinely by those who matter. Not everybody. Everybody. To be loved genuinely by those who matter. Some people will hate you for no reason. Just others will like you for no reason. Why don't we focus on those who love us? Life is filled with contradictions. And one of the most difficult to understand is that not everyone's reaction to you will be logical or fair. Some people will dislike you without a reason. They will criticize you, misunderstand you, or simply decide not to support you because it is you. No matter how kind, respectful, or genuine you are, as long as it is you, they won't like you, they won't respect you, they won't support you. It is okay. At the same time, others will embrace you, support you, and love you so deeply, sometimes without a clear reason. So that is it. The danger is in focusing too much on those who dislike you. When you pour your energy into trying to change their perception, you end up wasting precious time that could have been spent nurturing the relationships that uplift you. The truth is, some people dislike to do with you. It is all about their internal struggles. Their dislike has nothing to do with you. It may be a reflection of their insecurities, jealousy, personal struggles, or simply a mismatch of values. It has nothing to do with you. Until we just want to and why would you expect them? They haven't even healed their own traumas yet. How would you expect them to support you, to understand you, to support you. You cannot control how they feel, and you should not exhaust yourself trying to win their approval. Instead, wisdom lies in paying attention to those who love, respect, and support you. These are the people who see your light, who value your presence, and who choose to stand with you even when you are not perfect. They are the ones worth investing in because mutual love and respect are fertile soil where growth, joy, and meaningful connection can flourish. When you shift your focus from critics to supporters, you reclaim your peace. You stop living for external validation and begin living in gratitude for the genuine connections around you. The people who love you and support your pursuit in this life, why don't you spend your time and your attention on them? And leave those who hate you for no reason. Leave them. Let them be. Let them be. When you shift your focus from critics to your supporters, you reclaim your peace. You stop living for external validation and begin living in gratitude for the genuine connections around you. You realize that not everyone is meant to work with you, and that is okay. Some people are in your life for a reason, some for, I mean, some for a reason, and some for a lifetime. Some are just there for a reason. Some are there for no reason. Some are there for a season, and some for a lifetime. So why would we crowd all of them together and expect that because they are for you today, they are supposed to be for you forever? No. Understand that people are in your life for different reasons. Some for a reason, some for a season, some for a lifetime. The key is to appreciate those who truly matter and let the universe or life itself handle the rest. Full stop. Full stop. There are people who try to plate man cry or better to one way, and yet they will never support you back in return. They will never appreciate you. So learn your lesson and move on. That is life. People are in your life for a reason. The reason is best known to them. You don't even know. It's like people telling I love you and you say I love you back in return. That love means different things to both of you. So people are in your life for a reason, some for a season and some for a lifetime. If we are not able to distinguish among all these, we will be frustrated and it will not be any devil's fault. The key is to appreciate those who truly matter and let the universe or life itself handle the rest. They can promise you in such a gem and yet they will disappoint you. So what? We are marching on. We are marching on. You can put your nakedness, your integrity on hold just to support them. The next minute you want their loyalty, obey you and ma. Would you die? No. We march on. We march on. That is life. That is life. They will give you all the promises. When you need them, they will not be available. And so what? They can disrespect you so much, and yet the next time they need something from you, they're at your door knocking. That is who they are. It has nothing to do with you. Why is your soul bleeding? The key is to appreciate those who truly matter, those who sincerely love you back in return, and allow the universe or life itself handle the rest. It is not supposed to be that complicated. They are for you today, tomorrow they can decide not to be for you. It is okay. You can equally even meet strangers who also support you for no reason. So why is our souls bleeding? In the end, the balance of life would always be this. Some will love you, some will dislike you, and many will remain indifferent. You cannot change this truth. I cannot change this truth. That is why I've taught myself this truth, and because of that, I'm okay. I am okay. From whatever angle you are coming, I am okay. You can decide to love me so much today. Tomorrow you can decide to walk away. I am still okay. I don't need your validation to understand that if this is good and I want to do it, I shouldn't do it because you said so. We cannot change this truth. We can choose how we respond to it. So let's go of the need to be liked by all because it's caused some of us unnecessary pain, untold hardship. The fact that you scratch their back doesn't mean when you need them to scratch yours, they'll be available. That is life. It has nothing to do with the dress, with the rest. It is just about who they are. You can't meet other people and transfer that onto them. No. So let's go of the need to be liked by everybody. Cherish the ones who are with you wholeheartedly and trust that the universe has a way of filtering out the rest. Let's go of the need to be liked by everybody. Baby, I'll be so be a door, no be a person because you're a good person. It doesn't work like that, my dear. It doesn't. Your soul will bleed. Your soul will bleed. I wish I understood these truths in my 20s. The fact that you are pouring into them today doesn't mean when you run empty tomorrow, they'll be there to pour back into you in return. It doesn't work like that. It has nothing to do with you. It's all about them. They won't support you, and yet when they need support, they can find your door and come searching for you. It has nothing to do with you. It is all about who they are. You can put your integrity on hold just to support them. The next moment, they are just out there. They are out there betraying you. It has nothing to do with you. It is about who they are. You can cover their nakedness. And when you need them to cover you up, they will be the ones removing the little pieces left of you. It has nothing to do with you. It is it is all about who they are. Your soul is not supposed to bleed. You pick the pieces and match on regardless. Because everybody won't support you. Everybody won't be there for you. Let's go of the need to be liked by everybody. Cherish the ones who truly cherish the ones who are with you wholeheartedly and trust that the universe has a way of filtering out the rest. So, in this 14 days to 14 September, these are things that I want to share with you. Life is supposed to be this complicated, but if we don't understand these truths, we struggle. It wouldn't be because the devil is after us or any demon is on our neck. It is just because we don't understand these truths. And that's what I want to share with you in this 14 days to 14th September. Release the need to be liked by everyone, but that is not possible. In the same way you can't like and accept and support everyone, in the same way, everyone cannot like and support you. Understand that and let your soul be at ease. The freedom it will bring to your soul, you have no idea. That is when you don't live to impress anybody. Who more a lifestyle I will so because you don't care who is watching who is not watching. You don't do good things because you want people to say, oh, yeah, dear, that is who you are. That is what you want to do. So release that mindset, let it go, and see how freer your life will be. Learn to accept that not everyone will like you. That frees you from the validation of others. That makes you live your truest and authentic self. Emma Ubo Bra will say, understanding that life is not complicated. You are not in competition. You are not in comparison with anybody. You are living your truth. So tomorrow, same time, same place, I'll be here. You can share on your wall for others to also get to know what I shared today. Thank you for being on. Much love and blessings.